maybe we are now.
And good evening. We are live. It is your Sunday fix at 8 o'clock. It is the IBB10. And tonight we are international. We have Mike, who is in Vegas at the moment on work, as he says. We've also got Billy tonight, but also we have our guest, James Westlake of Sussex. So, gentlemen, Mike, start with you. How is Vegas?
Vegas, my man, is expensive. I had 4 little rolls of sushi this morning, $80. And then you added a 20% tip on top of that, mate, plus the $25 to get to the Uber as well. It is a nightmare. However, we are partying hard. We got a little round of golf on the championship course this afternoon. David Copperfield, the magician, tonight. And then we actually have to go to work tomorrow. So, bar that, it's Vegas, baby, and we're live.
There we go. What you don't know is he's not actually in his hotel room. He's in
very
the side
nice.
of the...
Very nice indeed. B, yeah. I will say tonight there is a bit of lag, and it's on my end. So I will hold my hands up now. So if it does lag a little bit, it's because of me.
Should we just kick him out now?
All right. Look, it's me.
Right. I'm all right, Lee.
No,
I'm
don't.
all right. Okay. I'll say not a bad weekend. It was a great weekend footballing wise. It's been busy. I actually went and watched the game today. Against the team we're playing in the Women's County Cup. So I had to go and watch that because we had no game. We've now also got no game. And I'm adding this to my list. Women's football is now becoming a pet peeve of mine. You're
not off already, are you, Bill?
No, I'm not going anywhere. It's just annoying. And I'll explain why it's annoying. And it's nothing to do with players or anything like that. It's just sometimes the way things are done and treated. But yeah, no, everything else is good, mate. I had a great weekend outside of football. And looking forward to tonight with our guest and getting into the list.
Good. James, see you had a great win yesterday, back on the winning ways. How was the game itself? I saw you won 1-0. Tell us more about it, mate.
Yeah, evening, guys. Sheppy's not as glamorous as Vegas, that's for sure. Definitely not as glamorous as Vegas.
Bridge. You get to go over that bridge, don't you?
You get to go over the bridge. That's decent. Yeah, that's the best bit, probably. No, it was good. It was good. It was nice. It was nice coming home, hour and a bit as it was from mine, with 3 points because we haven't won in a long time, as you've probably seen. So no, it was nice to have that feeling, and game was decent. Could have gone either way. Most of our games have been like that this season. Could have gone either way. Yeah. Fortunately, kept a clean sheet and pinched it right at the end. Probably the best way to win a game of football. So no, I'm like. I was really pleased last night, pleased today, especially for the lads, because it's been a hard graft for them over the last, however, sort of 3 or 4 months or so, having not won. So good feeling on a Saturday night, Sunday morning again, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So before I hand you over to Mike and Billy, just one more thing from me. How have you found the step up this season and sort of player retention and bringing new ones in?
I think it's a big old jump. It's been a really big jump for us in particular. The majority of our lads, bar a few, have only ever really played step 5 and below. To be totally honest, I only played step 4 when I was 17, 18 years of age and came away after a season or so. So for us as a management team, it's been a right learning curve as well. But Bill, no, like the jump from step 5 to step 4, I think is pretty big. Like it is pretty big. I think we've just found certainly like the wide players in particular are just miles better than what you would experience at step 5, miles better. And you know, I'm sure our fullbacks wouldn't mind me saying, like, they were probably our best players last season, but this season it's certainly been a challenge for them with the wide players that they're coming up against. So yeah, like it's been tough. Like, we started the season really well. Like, we got going really quickly. Like, we won our first home game in the season, which was brilliant, and got on a bit of a roll from there really. And then yeah, we've sort of hit. Well, we won November, I think it was. We beat Beckenham, and that was our last win up until yesterday. So it's been a really tough period, and like Lou said it quite a lot, to be fair. Like, it's been frustrating for us because it's probably only like 2 or 3 games I can think of where we've been like properly beat. Like, we've come away from the game going, yeah, we've been, you know, heavily beaten there, or that we were beaten by the better side. The frustrating thing for us has been in every game, like, and it's not been pretty at times, don't get me wrong, like it wasn't yesterday, but we're coming away from games going, how have we lost that 1-0, or how have we lost that 2-1? And it just comes down to not just players, but us as a management team as well. We're just gaining experience as we go, really. And we're hoping that the win yesterday is going to kickstart us. So yeah, it's been a tough season, but really good learning curve for us all, really good challenge for us all. And yeah, player recruitment's tough. Like, it is really tough. It's for us in particular, like, yeah, I'm sure the 3 of you were well aware that we didn't have a budget last year and won the county league, which was, you know, amazing for everyone involved. Yeah, our budget's very small. I would say it's the lowest in the league by quite a long way. So recruitment of players is tough. But we've tried to reward the lads that got us out of the county league and stick with them and back them and try and bring in a couple that can give us a bit of experience or a bit of quality here and there, which we've tried to do. And yeah, we're hopeful that between now and the end of the season we can get enough wins to keep us up. So yeah, it's been challenging, but really good at the same time.
Yeah, Chris is right there. Chris is right.
Yeah,
If you look
man, it's right there.
Yeah, no, well, he never is wrong in his eyes, is he, old Chris? But with regards to like Hassocks, you must be so proud, really. Like, and this isn't meant to. This is not trying to be derogatory at all. Like, at a club like Hassocks to get into Isthmian League football and get to this point of the season in February where you're not dead and buried. You've come up. You've really fought. Like, you've got a really tiny budget compared to others. You've backed a lot of your lads, so you've kept the familiarity of it. You must be really proud of what you've done. You must be, and you should be. Like, whether you're in the relegation zone now or not, you're still in with a shout, and that's a massive accomplishment at this point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and we've tried to say that a lot, Bill. Like, it's through this challenging period, it's like you're sort of doom and gloom, aren't you? You're losing games of football, and it's like, oh, this is so hard. But at the same time, like, if you'd have said 13, 14 games from the end of the season, you're still in with a chance of staying in the league, we probably would have taken it. It would have been like, yeah, give that to us. Like, there's no reason why we wouldn't have taken that. But yeah, look, it's last season was amazing, and like you rightly pointed out, Bill, to get Hassocks into step 4 football was unbelievable for the whole football club. And yeah, we're going with it, and yeah, we're hoping that we can stay up. If we stay up, amazing. If we don't, then we'll have to regroup and go again next season. So,
well, the good thing before Mike jumps in, the good thing on that is, look, ultimately you're not going to give up till you can't. Still, it's mathematically impossible, or you're far from it. Then you're safe, and then you're looking ahead to next season. Kind of like if you look what Jude's done at Eastbourne Town, probably over. Like, you know, he's done incredibly well there, and I've told as many conversations me and Jude have had about how well they've done, and they seem to drive themselves. They seem to teeter and then drive themselves away from it, right?
Yeah.
And then look at what they could do next season. So I think for you, with the familiarity of your squad, if worst came to the worst, like obviously, you know, it's your call, but if worst came to the worst and relegation happened, it's not actually doom and gloom for Hassocks, because it's a real good core of lads that, you know, any county side, and to be fair, a lot of Ishmans, we've admired players at Hastings, absolutely, and I'm sure you've had 7 days in across the board, right? They're players who can play the level, but you seem to have a real good core that wants to be there, that if the worst came to the worst, it wouldn't be like, oh, well, we had one go at it, kind of like when Shoreham went and then teetered out, right? It wouldn't be like that, I don't think, because the boys would likely stay together and want to have another punt, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, we're really fortunate. Like us as a management team, me, Lou, who's coming recently. Like that core group of Hassocks lads that we've got, like you mentioned, Bill. They're a brilliant group. Like they're brilliant group. They're like, we talk about like creating a culture, a team spirit. We input into it, but ultimately those lads hold it. Really, like they push it out. And yeah, they're brilliant as part of that. And like you say, like it's difficult. You want to get a balance right, because like you said, if there's a few in our squad that can play step 4 and stay at the level, we should encourage it. Like we don't want to hold people back at the same time. But yeah, I think whilst resources are limited at our club, we're fortunate in that it's a great place to go. It's a nice pitch. It's a good club. It's got good people around it. So that will always stand us in good stead. But yeah, you're right. Like the group that we've got are absolutely brilliant. And I'll tell you that, like at times, like as a management team, we've been a bit down in the dumps. Like last Saturday, losing at home to Seven Oaks, thought we should have got something, should have won the game, and we're in the pub later and the lads are going, "Don't worry, Westy, like it's all right, we'll pick results up," and we go and win at Sheppey. Like, and that's testament to the group, really. Like they're picking us up a lot of the time. So yeah, no, they're great. Yeah.
Do you want to jump in? And I've got another question in a bit, but you can jump in.
James, great to see you, pal.
You too, mate.
Firstly, sending all the best to your brother who's on crutches at the moment.
He is. Yeah. He is. He's another operation. Yeah. He had the comeback syndrome. Had the one match comeback, and then yeah, he's had an operation.
Finished.
So yeah, he's finished now. Yeah, he's done. So he'll be laughing at this now, I'm sure.
Wesley, big fan of what you, your brother, Pat Hughesy have done at the club. Lovely place to go. As you said, beautiful pitch, community spirit. And that. Talk to me about the people off the field. Because I'll tell you what, last year, you lot got a lot of shit when, look, we know you didn't have a budget. Every other team said, oh, they're throwing money at this, they're throwing it. We know you didn't. That was a fact. Maybe some teams couldn't handle the fact that you actually did it without the dollar. Yeah. So can you tell us a bit about the people behind the scenes for the people that don't know?
Yeah. So I think first and foremost, really, the club was built on. I mean, yeah, I've played for Hassocks. I made 260 odd appearances for the club. So whilst that's not loads, I had a good feel for what the club were and what they're all about. Dave John in particular is the one really behind the scenes that has put so much of what you see in place now. He's done an unbelievable job over the years in terms of building the ground, laying an unbelievable pitch, or certainly putting the foundations in place. Alan John doing all of the pitch and all the maintenance stuff that he does. I'm sure you've met Owen, who's running the bar and doing all sorts of things. So there was that real sort of like foundation and base in place. And I think when I was certainly playing, and when I think it was around about like 2012, Hassocks finished 4th. We had a really good side, and that team probably should have had a real go at it and got out of it, but from that point onwards, as you well know, Hassocks always were sort of like a bottom half county league side, really struggling to stay out of the mix. And me and my brother, we often played in teams, and it was rallying round, let's stay up for the last few games, like last half of the season, and it was good fun. Don't get me wrong, we had some unbelievable sort of back ends of the season where we stayed up, but we constantly said that this club is just like a bit of a sleeping giant. And what I mean by that is it should be doing better than what it is, like where it was at the time. So yeah, Dave John did a brilliant job. Like I sort of do share his views. I mean, he was always adamant that players shouldn't be paid, especially at that particular time.
Did you find that hard though, James, when you got teams around you at the same time that were throwing money, and you must have got some 7 days coming for your players with a bit of money?
Last season, yeah, of course we did.
Yeah,
last season, of course we did. Yeah, of course we did. I mean, we look, there's a bit of fortune to it, but at the same time, hard work from us as well. Like the group that we eventually, I remember we went to was funny. Lancing, I think we went to Lancing last season, pre-season, and I think we lost 2-1. And second half we came out, and I think we had a side out, and me and Lou looked at each other and went, "We've actually got a half decent football side here. Like we're actually gonna have to coach them, like because we looked really good." And without getting too ahead of ourselves, like we thought we have a bit of a chance here of at least dipping into the playoffs this season. And then it just sort of all came together really. I mean, when you say like, yeah, well, we had teams coming in for our players and offering them big money, but again, that what Bill mentioned, that team spirit, you couldn't leave. Like it was so hard to leave. It was so difficult. But like I think what people necessarily don't give credit for is like Rory Farrell, for example, mid-Sussex player, he scored 20 goals for us last year in the County League. Like
Wow.
we pulled Morgan Vale from Uckfield, for example, scored 16 goals for us last season. Harry Fennell played at Mile Oak, all of a sudden scored 10 goals for us last season. So, you know, Al Fair came in, played at Shoreham, scored 20 plus goals for us. So it just showed that I think we could pull players in. We had a core group, and then we could fill around that with some real good players. So, but yeah, like throughout the season, as we were building momentum, like I'm sure, like Hayward Heath, Stenning this season, like players don't want to leave, do they? When things are going really well, you're going to win a league, or you're in a Vars, or you know whether you're paying or you're not, people don't want to leave.
Money becomes a little bit irrelevant.
Yeah.
And you kind of see that because ultimately, no one remembers if you got 50 quid a week, 80 quid a week. What they remember is what trophies you won.
Yeah.
And if you're in the run for trophy, like especially the run you were having, why would you want to leave? Like, why would you leave? Just like because like people inflate figures all the time, right? He's getting 150 quid, or he's getting 400.
They are if they're paying for you, Bill.
Oh yeah, right, yeah, double that, triple it sometimes. But like figures get inflated. We all know really what people, the rough averages in the County League, really deep down, unless you're Hayward Heath. But like you know, it is what it is. We know they got a big budget. There's no denying it. They
the biggest game, though, mate.
They would, yeah, and exactly. So they wouldn't deny it either, right? So it's not a knock. I'm just saying that we know what the average is. If you take them away, the average probably goes down, right? So
it means Cotford must be on a quid.
But for 60 quid, let's just say for 80 quid, a player who's earning nothing, but in the mix of the title race, so you can go to a club that might. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't. But I wish I did. I might have stayed. I might have got over the shit pitch for 2 months. But what I mean is, if a player, like you say, if you create that environment, you're flying and everyone's in it together, you're not leaving for 50 quid, 60 quid, 80 quid for maybe a playoff push. If you're in something that you want about, or even if you're getting £100 a game and someone offers you £125 a game, you're not leaving for that extra 25 quid, because that extra 25 ain't getting you trophies. So I think sometimes we in football, whilst like players can be, I'm not going to say the C word, but they can be, right? That's just the way they are. I think we dumb it down a little bit because everyone wants to win things. Like you don't play football, you don't manage or coach, or you don't get out of bed in the morning unless you want to win, right? You want to win in life. So if you're creating a winning environment, surely people want to be part of it.
Yeah,
yes,
100%. Yeah,
spot on.
Yeah. And we were fortunate. We were fortunate with that. We had, like I said, we had lads on nothing, and they were getting. And one in particular was offered 100 plus a week to go and play elsewhere, but chilled lad, wanted to play, wanted to win something, and stuck with us, and we ended up going on and doing it. So I completely agree. It's been mad this season though. Like you go to these places, and the jump up is huge.
What do you need, Wesley, to stay up? How many points do you need? Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, you've got to have had that in your head. How many do you need?
Well, at the start of the season, we set a target winning 10 games and see where that left us. So we're 4 off winning 10 games. That's kind of where we aimed for. If we could get up around about 38 points, maybe that might just about do it. I don't know. It's going to be tough. We're just sort of we're trying to take each game as it comes, really, and yeah, that's what we were sort of aiming for. When we set out, we said let's get to 10 wins and then see where we're at. So yeah, we need to try and get 4 more as quickly as we can, and then go from there, really. So yes, it's
So it is tough, and like, you know, even I look at it, and I hate saying this because it's not what I want to say, but like, we're back in the mix a little bit. We're only 6 points ahead of you, you know. So it's a real hard one with VCD, Hassocks. Irif will push on. Well, I think they're going to push on. Like the amount of players that they're bringing in, I think they're going to be a problem too. So you look at it and go, it's going to be hard for all of us down there a little bit. It's going to be tight. VCD ain't a bad outfit, really. I know Beckenham have got games in hand, but they're not very good. Let's be honest. East Grinstead, well, I think that spot's taken. But like, you know, sorry, Lee. What was that?
Lee's on his dial-up, isn't he? Mate, get some.
I'm on my dial-up, mate.
You got the old price.
Yes, I've got proper broadband.
We've got to sort that out.
Changing the hamster now.
Yeah, good man. But like, it is tough. But like, how you say, you the goal difference ain't bad, is it? When you look at the ones underneath, you know, 19's not really that bad of a goal difference. And there will be teams. I think there will be like, I think anyway from 15th down. One at like Sheppey aren't safe even on 36 points at the moment because runs will happen, and there's still a lot of games to play for.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, like you said earlier, though, like when we won the league last season, like we looked at like Simo at Broadwood Chief and Jude at Eastbourne Town, the jobs they've done. They're like exactly what we should be aspiring to be. Like, you know, and if we go down this season, we'll have to go again. But like the jobs that they do, and like you say, Jude and Eastbourne Town are kicked on again. All right, Broadwood Chief are a little bit up and down at the moment, but yeah, they're what we should be aspiring to be as a football club, really. And
there's
trying to stable ourselves in there. Yeah.
One thing I want to say is your chairman, Pat Harding, great guy, absolute legend.
I love his videos for games.
Yeah, anyone out there, right, is listening now, he does the best pre-match day videos. He gets his mic, a little cameraman follows him round. I think it is gold.
I like when he does it on the hill.
He's a legend.
When he jumps on the hill and he's like, yeah, we've got a little player here for the kick around there.
You need the type of chairman that works well with you and your brother. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, in a way, yeah. Like, I think I'm probably
in a way.
No. I challenge him a lot. Right, I challenge him a lot. Yeah, I challenge him a lot because I'm always the one going to him. We need more money, Pat, or we need this, or we need that. Like, I have to be that in my role with him. Like, I have to keep pushing.
Daniel Levi, is he?
yeah. I have to keep pushing it. Like, and that's my job at the football club. If I don't keep pushing the football side of the football club, then I wouldn't be doing my job properly. So you know, I'm constantly challenging him with, can we have more money? Can we have better equipment? Our training needs to be better. Our venue, like training, where we're training, timings, everything like that. I'm constantly challenging him, and he's doing as much as he possibly can. And he's always openly sort of like admitted to me that the football club on the pitch is slightly ahead of what's going on off the pitch, right? And we're continuing to try and build the crowds, and Pat's done like an incredible job with adding more people to the backroom staff so that we can actually host games in this sort of league, and we've got people looking after people and spectators and things. So he's done a fantastic job off the pitch to try and keep up with what's going on the pitch. But yeah, I'm certainly always like asking for more, which I'm always trying to challenge him. But yeah, he needs to put his shooting boots on, because in those videos he keeps missing the goal. I think when he goes to shoot, then he shanks it wide. So
well, as I said to you off air, I played against him and his brother back in the day, and he caused me loads of problems. He was only about that big, and I was that big, trying to bully him out of it, and he just went round me every time. But I've got a lot of time for Mr. Harding, so please send him my best. And look, lads, I really, really hope you get there. You know, great club, great community. As I said off air, you cruiserweights in a heavyweight division, and you're still punching. You know, so I absolutely love it. Is there a plan if you do stay up, which I think you will?
Not at their expense basis, I hope. All right, not at I want them to stay up, but not at the expense of Hastings.
But I'm assuming there is a plan that for when you stay up, you want to kick on again, or is that Pat the purse strings is going to have to open up a bit more?
Yeah, look, we've started to have a little bit of those conversations. A little bit like if we stay up in this league, like there is no doubt we need a bigger player budget. There's like I can't hide that, and I've said that to Pat. Like we need a bigger player budget to stay in the league, and he's fully aware of that. Like he's played the level long enough, hasn't he? He understands what we're doing. He gets it. He 100% gets it. But he has to. Like my role is to challenge him and try and be as good as we can on the pitch. His role is to protect the football club, isn't it? And that's what he's done. And Dave, John have done brilliantly well the whole time that they've been there. Is that we've not been stupid enough to spend loads of money on players at the detriment of the football club. So and it's all been done in a really positive way. So they have to protect that. I have to keep pushing, of course I do. So if we stay in the league, there's no doubt about it. We've got to have a bigger budget, and I'm sure that will come with staying in the league. If we go down, then we'll have to reassess and see where we're at and go from there. Really.
And there's one more question from me. Last year, am I right in saying you had the first team, the 23s, and the 18s all won?
Yeah. The 18s and 23s, I think, showed us up in the end. I think they won treble, something like that. Unbelievable.
What I want to know is who do we look out for in the future out of them lot?
Yeah, so it's been really odd, and I'm sure Sean, who runs it, he does an unbelievable job. He does the 18s and the 23s, and it works well for us as a football club.
Well, you'll be after your job, won't it?
Yeah, I know, unbelievable. Went to the end of season award. I went to the end of season awards, and I thought, yeah, we've got 2 nice trophies there. It was like they were just like backfilled with all the trophies that the 18s and the 23s won. It was unbelievable. But no, he's done a great job. It's been a strange season really, because we found like that 23s group. We had an unbelievable team last year who did brilliantly well. We were trying to sort of like push them into the first team. Given the size of our budget, we thought it was a really good opportunity to actually bring a few of those through and go into the first team. Some of them went to some Step 5 clubs, which was fine. But often that group, they tend to go to uni, or they're off to college, or they're off travelling, or so it's been a bit tricky getting those in this season. It's been a little bit of a struggle for Sean. I'm sure he'd openly admit that with the 18s and 23s. But a few lads have gone and played Step 5 football, which is, I guess, the luxury of being Step 4 is you can go and get lads game time at Step 5. So like Kean Nandra's doing well at V, scored a really good goal the other day. I don't know if you saw on social, scored a brilliant goal against Stenin. So he was in our 23s last year, and I think scored 20 odd goals for them, but is doing well. So yeah, a few players like playing Step 5 now, which is good. Like I alluded to earlier though, like I'm sure Bill will know, like if you going 18s 23s first team, but going 18s 23s in like the county league to then go into a first team at Step 4, like the jump's just so big. It's just so big, yeah. And it was a big jump. It was a big jump last year. We thought we had a couple of those lads, Oscar Kemp, Kian Andra, a few others in and around the first team last season, but even then we found it a big jump. Now it's huge, like what you're coming up against. So we've got to find a way. We've got to keep finding a way of trying to get youth players through, but we are really conscious. Like we don't want to be throwing them in the deep end and absolutely killing them at that level. So yeah, it was an unbelievable year for the football club last year. Incredible. Yeah. So
I found that, like, especially with us at Hastings, like when the Isthmian League used to have a development league, so they used to have a 23s league. I think there's potential talk of some level of that coming back, whether it's the 21s or 23s again. It was a good hybrid for us, because what you do is you get all these young players and you can test them against other good lads their age, but also men at other clubs that are either coming back from injury, not playing. So you get a mixture of first team players, whether you're playing against, I don't know, a Herne Bay or an Averley or like whomever, right? Eastbourne Borough, they've got an 18s or whatever now in the Isthmian League. But the 23s was a really good testing ground for that. Removing that layer, I think it's become harder. Now, you got the 23s in County League, but with all due respect to, it's not diminishing anything that anyone's won at that level, but County 23s level to jumping into like the Step 4 side is a huge gap. And we've tried this year. We tried the Skeffel League 23s with our 23s, and we're having like mixed joy in it. But I even go to some of those games. Honestly, Westy, and I look at it and I go, these are good lads, but they're getting into bad habits because the games aren't actually that good. So it is hard to try and work out where the best place to play place your players. And you're probably doing the right thing, sending them to Step 5 clubs and getting them exposed to the county prem will put them in better stead than sitting in the 23s for another year or whatever. And yeah, they might go and score 30 goals in 12 games, but it's not as much of a test as they need to get to Isthmian League football.
Yeah, last season, like I think even this season, like it was probably only maybe 4 or 5 games, and they were like Broadbridge Heath home and away, Horsham YM home and away, and you watch some of those 23 games, and you thought, it's not like first team football, but it's close enough.
Yeah,
like the intensity, it's more like, for me at that level, it's more the intensity of those games and the tempo of them than anything else. Like those lads last season, like from a technical standpoint, would have been absolutely fine to go and play county league football. Like they're fine, but it's just like the level of intensity and tempo that comes with a first team game, and then you've got a 30-year-old centre half coming through. It's completely different to what you would experience at 23. So that was the big difference. But to be fair, like there were some brilliant games last year for the 23s, where it was quite close to a first team game. But I agree, out of however many games they're playing, they must play 20 odd games, probably only 4 of them are really like that, what you want. So
because I used to actually Arkfield I actually used to go like Luke, who was one of my assistant Lancing, but first team coach at Arkfield with me. He used to take the 23s, and I used to go. I went to every 23s game, just helped out, and I loved it because there was no pressure.
I hated it.
What?
I hated it when I did it for Arundel and East Preston. I hated 23s.
I loved it. I loved it. Do you know why I loved it?
Go on.
Because one, there was no pressure. Like you're saying, there's no real pressure. Like if you win or lose, like it don't really matter, Mike. Like it don't, right? You got to see players that you won't see. Like I got to see players at other clubs that I would never have laid my eyes on before, and gone, no, he's going to be a bit of a player. Or you get a player from a Lewis or whatever that I'm getting a knock on the door there, and they want, like, I had a kid called Ed Overdin, I can't remember his last name how it was said, but Ed came along because he wanted to play midweek football because he was only playing 18s at Lewis, and he come and played for us, got into the first team. He's now made 3 or 4 appearances at Step 3 for Lewis the last 4 games, and I wouldn't have never come across a kid like that if we didn't have the 23s. So like,
you can't plan if you're a gaffer of a 23s,
you can't plan. Yeah, shit, as you're a gaffer. I was the gaffer of the first teams. I didn't give a fuck, right? But
you are a statue because you can't really pick your team because the best players will be with the front side, and rightfully so. Yeah, you play on a Thursday night or a Friday night, which is even worse. Thursday night, you're finishing at about 10 o'clock. Can't even have a beer. So there's no real team spirit. I hated it, mate. Never again.
I'll tell you, no, I get that, right? And we have it with the 23s here. Like, we obviously send first team players if and when we can to go and get minutes. Then the best 18s will play. And it is 23s football in a development setup. Yeah. Steph played in golf up, but we had such a laugh. With regards to the 23s, if you're actually running it as a development, like to develop players, it's always going to be a horrible hybrid. So if you're the gaffer of the 23s in the setup where the best 18s are playing, players come back from injury are playing, players that not have minutes are playing, and a couple of people that kind of you're what do you call it? You're kind of like, I don't call them water carriers, but do you know what I mean? You're stalwarts in your 23s. Do you know what I mean? You're steady eddies who stay in your team. It is always going to be a mixed pot. And as a 23s manager, if you're not connected to the first team or the 18s and you're just doing the 23s, it must be a headache. But you obviously you did have a first team connection. But having to pick a side when you don't know you're going to have is shit. But I loved it.
Lost leader as well. You stick on the floodlights and everything like that. And the refs, you're losing money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but for me, the reason I had the 23s was because I felt, and obviously Upfield got rid of it this year, so obviously they didn't agree with me, but I felt it was a way of attracting players from other clubs to get into your environment that potentially could be first team players. And also, like that's the way I saw it. So it was
what about a reserve league then on a Saturday?
No, because again, like I'd rather have the lads like playing a better level of football if they can't if they can't play for us. So if we were step 5 or step 6, rather than playing step 6 if we were 5 or step 7 if we were 6, just to make sure that they're around it. So like, and also you get that horrible mentality. I'll just play for the reserves on Saturday. I don't want to play for the first team. Like
you fucked them off at the club.
Yeah.
No, there was only 5 left when I went there, mate. There's only 5 players that turned up to the meeting. There was I couldn't fuck anything off. 5 players and 3 of them paid for 23. But like for me, it was a case of 23s play midweek. Like, Wesley, you jump in on it if you want as well. Like 23s play midweek. Obviously, you got your first team play at the weekend. There's no conflict of interest, right? You're playing on different days. That is one. That is the Suburban Prem is probably one of them. But it is a lot of travel. So it depends on what you need to do for that. But I always found having the 23s meant that it was a different night of the week. It was always, we would try and get the first team players training before it when we played at the Oaks, and then they might go and watch the game as well. So there was a little bit of that togetherness as well. But I just way of getting eyes on players that you might not never ever in any other.
100%. Yeah, 23s for us when we're in the county league work really well for us. And I sort of toyed in my head, is Monday night a better night for us? Because like lads that don't play Saturday can go and play 45 minutes on a Monday night. But then you've got the challenge if you've got a Tuesday night. It's really difficult. Where it's worked well for us is Sean being 18s and 23s coach. Like he's got the time to be able to do it. So he knows like we'll touch base sort of Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday if we have a game Tuesday, and he'll be like, right, what do you need from me? But he can always sort of backfill that because he knows he's got his 18s group as well. So it's worked quite well for us. And like you say there, you could I'm sure we'll have a few first team players playing Thursday who just need some minutes or coming back from injury, that sort of thing. So it's beneficial from that point of view. But yeah, 23 certainly worked for us last year. It's just like and you both, Mike and Bill, alluded to it. Like we've always said, like we like the 23s to set up how the first team are going to play formation wise, what we're trying to do, so that those young lads when they maybe make the jump into the first team, it's not all like alien to them. They're like, okay, we did that a little bit, but it's so hard. And I'd love to hear from people that have made it work really, really well. Because like you touched on, you don't know what squad you got. You don't know what's going on. You might have a team that you can't even play that formation because you've got 6 strikers for the 23s or whatever it is. So it's very hard at that level. But it worked for us last year. And Sean does a great job with it all.
Wesley, we said a message come through on the hotline for you. From the Sussex faithful, whoever that is. He or she, they or they, whatever pronouns they bloody do these days. They want to know who's the best trainer and who's the worst trainer in your group.
Oh, that's a good question. That's good. We have a bit of banter at training with who the worst trainer is most nights. And like the best trainer, I think, is fairly easy. I could name a few. Wilkes, he's a pretty good trainer. Jamie Wilkes, he is at it all the time. Trokey's pretty good. But I'm judging that on like, I mean, they might give the ball away all during the session, but they're at it. Like they're intense, their tempo. They train to win basically. Like Wilkes, he's fuming if he loses at training. That's what you want, right, as a manager, I guess.
Character.
So yeah, a bit of character about training. So I would say I'm probably thinking I'll probably put Wilkesy up there. There's probably a few I'm missing. Trokey's pretty good. Worst trainers.
Worst one is.
Yeah, worst ones. I said on socials, Charlie Pitcher when he was with us was a terrible trainer. Harry Fennell. Yeah, Harry Fennell is a bad trainer, and he'll know I'll say that to him because I say it to him every week. Harry Fennell is a bad trainer. Because every time Lou does a passing drill with him, he hits the cone and he can't pass it properly in a passing drill. So he's up there. On the whole, though, like we touched on, they're a pretty good group. They're a pretty good group for training. Yeah, we get them going and they get going. But yeah, off the top of my head, those would probably be the two I'd say. So
whoever I don't know whether he is a Sussex faithful, maybe he's just there to stir up some shit. But at least you answered it off the top of the dome. Cheers, James.
Yeah, probably Hughesy. That I bet you that's Hughesy stitching me up. Yeah. So,
Brilliant.
yeah.
But just want to say, James, thank you for coming on tonight, mate. Being our last guest for a while. We're going to be taking a break from guests, but mate, thank you for coming on. We're going to let you go and enjoy the rest of your evening now. And good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Cheers,
James, you're an absolute legend, mate. Shout out to your brother and everyone over there, and all the Essex lads, and all those Sunday fat boys as well. Love to see them. So good luck. Stay up.
Cheers, chaps.
Yeah. See you in April, mate.
See you later. Cheers, guys.
Yes, thank you, mate.
Tell you what, I love those Westlake boys.
They're doing a great job. Like, you know,
Mate, they are.
Yeah.
Like you have to take your hat off, like I just have then, right? You have to take your hat off, okay? Because no one knows that, like, the budget situation, like the budget thing just gets like it's an awkward conversation, and it always is, because no one knows that, like, the ins and outs, the sponsorships, the this, the that, the other, right? No one knows, right? Oh, Giles wants you off the pod, mate. Well, we've only got an hour or so left, Gilesy. Come on.
Mate, believe me, Giles, I've had 6 hours.
Been in the hotel room. This is the first time he's been there.
Yeah, look, and it is hot out there. I know. Back home, the weather is shit at the moment. I'm on this stuff at the moment. The rain. Albeit, I have just cheekily booked a little bit of room service coming up.
Have you?
A little bit. I've got a little margarita, a cheeky beer, and a little bit of lunch. So yeah.
Well done, mate. Well done. What time? Oh, it's midday out there, isn't it? It's 12:24.
It is 1:15 out here.
Yeah.
I'm 8 hours behind you.
Yeah, okay. And I will be in a couple of weeks on the pod as well.
Yes, you will. You'll be in LA, won't you, mate?
I will be.
Oh, I'll tell you what, non-league's a good source is. Go and follow that. It's good sources, non-league.
It's a good account, that one. I can't see it being 500 quid. I think it'd be a bit more than that. Maybe 1,500 quid, maybe. Like, obviously, that's me speculating, but 500 quid, you to even be in, if it is 500 quid, and to be in the race of survival, because they're not dead and buried, they're not at all. I thought, but by the way, 2 weeks ago, I would have told you that they're gone. But that win sparked something, and I would have told you 3-4 weeks ago that we were looking how far we can get up the league at Hastings, and now we're only 6 points away from the drop. So, like, you know, things can change so quick in football, so quick that you have to just be prepared for that, right? Have to be prepared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm prepared for? Do you know what I'm prepared for? Billy's list.
Shall I get the list up now?
Let's get those hands together. Yeah, get this list going, man.
Right. Well, look, I'm not happy today.
Yeah, let's see it.
Are you not happy, Bill?
I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm just.
Firstly, just tell us why you're not happy, Bill. Because I'm concerned about your mental health.
Yeah.
My mental health's all right. That's the one thing. I'm not happy, right? Because I'll tell you this. I get comments about the list all the time. I get comments. You know, people scared to make the list. Worried what I'm going to say. But I promise everyone, even if you're on the list for a bad reason, right, I'll be fair. I'll always be fair. End of the day, I have to operate in circles. I don't want to, like, be blacklisted. One day I might want to get in another dugout, you know, so I have to be a level of careful. What's that?
A certain dugout? Or...
No, there's a lot of dugouts I like the look of. But, you know, one day that might come again. You never know. But by the way, disclaimer, I'm very happy what I'm doing at the moment. But you've got to be careful. Like, but at the same time, I'm not going to change who I am.
Bill, you're on this show because you're real. You say how it is. You get powers.
When I took a stupid job and, like, shit my pants because I didn't know what I got myself into, and everyone thought I was going to kill myself. So I'm going to speak however way it is. I'm going to be me.
It is tongue in cheek, though, the list. Do you know what I mean?
It is. It's a laugh. Like, it is. But also, there's a lot of realism to it as well. So we will start. We will start because we won't start with the losers thing. I'm going to put right at the end because I'm going to have a rant. I'm going to have a proper old rant up. All right. But let's start.
Right.
Right.
Where we
Midhurst,
start?
you made the
Right.
list.
Midhurst and Eastbourne.
Because there's more news to that as well. So when I put up on my
Has
list,
it
and
been
my list
announced?
is
Has it been announced? Or
no,
are we just
but
gonna...
you know what? We won't say who, but we'll talk about it a little bit.
I
So
will.
I'll check Lee if it has been announced while we're on it, yeah. But going on this, yeah,
I'll have a look.
my little captions on the list are always tongue in cheek. So don't anyone take them. So when I say no win September, that might be true. No manager, that's true. No hope, that's up for debate. I'm not saying they've got no hope. So I've got a little bit of knock on that, by the way, but it is what it is. So we're going to talk about them. You were at the game yesterday, Lee.
Yep.
You were at the game, yeah. They've not won since September. Playing another team that don't win, like if we're honest. And we'll mention that as well because I didn't put them on the list, but I did put a tweet out yesterday, putting the Josh and the new manager together, like based on games. Yeah. They're number 2. Midhurst is number 2 to the game yesterday, I believe. Based on your highlights, one, it looked very, very scrappy, the game. I might be wrong. You can tell me, Lee, you were there. I understand. I understand there's a lot of money being spent at Midhurst and Eastbourne. RJ Pringlin, who played for me, he's played for me personally, played for me at Eastbourne Borough for Aaron Hopkinson. He's played for Croydon Athletic. He's played for Croydon under Giles. He's played for a few other people, right? He's not cheap. I'll tell you that for a fact. He ain't cheap. Probably £250 player. Did he play yesterday? Did he score yesterday, RJ? Yeah, he scored yesterday for him, RJ. Yeah, he's a big lad, big, strong striker. But the game looked 100%, 100% a good player. But I looked at the game and they had a lot of chances with us, a lot of good chances. And they just didn't put them away. Shoreham, got to give them credit. They seem to create a little bit more than they normally did. My old boy Jake Lindsay getting the first goal from what I saw as well.
Really good goal.
But I'm going to be a little honest here. If neither of those teams can beat each other, what's the hope?
I think there's hope in the mid. I definitely think there's hope from the Midhurst side.
Right.
Why?
Okay.
Because of the
you explain why.
Okay.
Go on. What's going on?
There's information around. You know, there's everyone gets in a little source, don't they? Yeah.
Yep.
From what I hear, and I do believe this to be 99.9% true, they have got the new manager coming in.
Okay.
Has it been announced yet, Bill? Lee? I don't want to
No,
say
not yet, mate. Not yet.
But no, let's not say who it is just in case.
Okay. But this manager coming in was part of a duo manager last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they done well.
And done very well. I know them both.
Yeah.
One has gone on to manage at another club in the Isthmian League. From what I hear, they are bringing in some decent players, and that club is going to waiver the 7 days.
Right.
So Midhurst are going to go and get reinforcements pretty damn quick. If what I hear is true, and I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
If that is the case with the guy that they potentially have got coming in, then I think they'll start getting some instant results.
They've got games in hand, which is part of, when I say no hope, the question mark was they've got games in hand. So there's room for getting points on the board. But I was told, maybe Giles, yes, you know, there's a room.
Confirm or deny there, Giles.
Yeah. Can't say anything.
But
I bet on that.
1 to 10 on, I think.
Guy better stop taking bets.
Don't take bets on it on me. You lose your money, right? But I'm telling you this. Some said it was probably, as it stands, potentially the worst 2 teams in the league playing yesterday. Not that wasn't Lee, by the way. I'm not saying Lee. I'm not saying that was you, Lee. But
no,
else.
it's fine, mate. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to stitch you up, make it look like you'll get banned from going in, and Mike and me be the only ones left.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say,
yeah.
I mean, watching the game yesterday, that was a game that Shoreham, you look at it and it's like, right, that's where you start now. This is where you're going to get your first 3 points in 26 games in all comps.
Yeah.
And you look at it and they went 3-1 up. But what you notice
they went 3-1 up,
is
did they?
They went 3-1 up. But what you notice what you notice with the players though is when they concede a goal, their heads just drop, and then they don't get out of that headspace. And I mean, I think it was Midhurst's second goal. Why the defender decided to pass it back to the keeper, and then the keeper decided to handle the ball. Just clear it. You had plenty of time. Hoof it out the area.
I'm telling you this though.
And from there, Midhurst.
I've watched it, and
yep.
Why the player is passing it at that close range to the goalkeeper, the keeper's natural instinct is going to grab the ball, right? So he fucking stitched him up a tree because you can't do that, right? Yeah. But for me, it goes to a question, right? So, right, we know there's a new manager coming in. They've got a chance to get out of it, right? They're taking action now.
I think they will get out of it,
and they're taking action.
I'll put money on it, actually.
On the flip side, what was my message? What was my tweet? Because I like to be accurate with what I say, yeah, not just the list. And like we all really like the powers to be at Shoreham, and you know we've got time for. And I actually thought they were going to win yesterday. I looked it on paper and I thought,
well, you put it out. You put it out.
Yeah, I did. And I put it out because I believed it. Because I'm thinking to myself, right, Midhurst are on the worst form of their life. Their team is disintegrating. Their manager's gone. The game's over. If you can't get 3 points, then you're not going to get 3 points, right? So I then decided to go, right, okay. Well, I thought that was going to be the day, but it's not. So if you look at it, I think it's been 11 games, 1 point. So 1 draw, 10 losses. It reminds me very much of my Lancing stint. However, the previous manager, he had 11 games in total. Yeah. 1 win, which was on penalties. Putting a little asterisk on that, was on penalties. But a win's a win. 10 losses.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not getting any better. Like maybe some of the results are getting tighter, but it's not getting better.
Yeah, but you got to give coach credit for plugging on. He knows what he's dealing with. Do you know what I mean? Tough gig there.
It's a tough gig. It's a tough gig, but you've got to ask for any club down there: who wants to get out of it and who don't really care about getting out of it? Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's not
who goes down. Do you think? If you had to play, you know.
I'll tell you why I think goes down. I had a sneaky suspicion, genuinely sneaky suspicion, yeah, that something would happen at Shoreham and they would pick up 9 points in their remaining games, and it would just be enough because there's so many poor teams down the bottom of that league, yeah. Like Lancing, Bexhill. I saw Martin last Sunday. Actually, I saw Martin Gander last Sunday.
How is he? All right.
Yeah, well, all right. He's finding the struggles of running a football club, just like any of us who have done it.
I've got a lot of time for Gander. I have
100%. But he's finding it tough, and he's got to, you know, when you're down there, you know, that renewed enthusiasm in the summer when you're bounding through it, losing games of football, it does take that away. But he's still power on, and he'll do well for that football club, and there's no denying that, 100%. But they've still got the same problems that they got. And Bexhill, I was told, Lancing were, well, I'm going to say his name, Steph, who's on here now, who watched the game, didn't play in the game. He said the worst team he's seen in the league. He said, Lance, the worst team you've seen in the league this year. He said, oh, that bad. Then you've got Shoreham, who, well, you know, you look at their run of games coming up. You've got Seaford away, never easy to go there. Guernsey away. Then you've got the big Shoreham Lancing derby. Yeah. Then you've got Pagham away, Haywards Heath away, Horsham YM and Bexhill United. And then Stenning. They might... that run tells you...
That's going to need some biblical effort.
Yeah, it's hard. But then they're only 4 points away from it.
I know. That's why. Do you know what I mean?
But look, but this tells you I think this tells you how bad the bottom end of this league is. There's teams from 16th down, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have only won. The best of any of those teams have only won 4 games. 4 in 25. Crawley Down 4 in 22. Midhurst and Eastbourne 3 games in 21. Vardinians 3 games in 26. Shoreham 3 games in 25. You know, 90 goals conceded, 62 goals, 52, 85, 52. A lot of goals, right?
Well, I'm putting my boots on.
Yeah, so I look at it and I go, so if you're going to say 2 go down, I don't want to say it, but I think Shoreham probably will, right? Which is a shame because, again, I really like that club. But if they go down, I think they've got to look at how they go up because they have to go back up. But I think they've got to go with it with a big game plan, like a longer term game plan of mixing it up. You know, knowing that league well, you kind of know Seaford knew the formula of how to win it, and they got that balance completely right. We won, Uckfield. We were one of the only teams that had. I think we had the formula spot on as well, and that's why we never really. You know, we lost a few games, but we always were going to be there and about it, weren't we? Let's be honest, Mike. You saw that yourself. And it's hard. It's a hard league. You can see when people go really young in that league, they get pounced on. Look at Uckfield now. You know, having to recruit cheap players, and I understand now they might be changing that philosophy to get out of the problem, right? But it's a tough league, and these leagues are getting tougher. And with Westfield going into it next year, and they'll have a pretty penny to spend next year, believe it or not.
Hold up. Sorry, lads. My room service turned up.
Go and get it. You know, it's an element. If you go down, you've got to look at it, and you've got to go, if you're going down, can you afford to go down? Because what do you come up? And then alongside that, for me, if what we're hearing about Midhurst and Eastbourne kicks into gear, they should be clear away from it. It's a 3-horse race between Shoreham and Vardinians and Lancing. And can Lancing?
I think Vardinians go down.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's not getting them up.
But I think Lancing.
Do you think the Lancing?
I think Lancing. Yeah, that's a crucial one.
Yeah.
But I think Vardinians will be the other team to go down. Sorry, Haig, if you're watching, mate, but I just looking at it, I think, they'll be the ones to go down this season.
Yeah, it's hard for all of them. And look, and then it's like over-reliance on kids and kids that aren't good enough sometimes. That's a big problem. It's like over-relying on the ones that aren't really good enough just because. So yeah, it's hard and it's getting harder, and there's more money getting thrown around now than there probably was 5-10 years ago. So money ain't just always the answer, but you've got to have an ecosystem that works, and you've got to
be sustainable, though, Bill. Otherwise, clubs fold. Do you know what I mean?
Not just fold, but what comes after it. Like, even if they don't fold, like if a club ain't got no income coming in and they've got a £500 a week budget, and then that manager goes. Yeah, and someone comes in and it can't be financed or whatever the reason. Like if you look at the East Grinstead situation and they've got themselves in, and we'll go on to that next anyway, you've got to work out how you're doing it. You have. And that's why, like, for me at Hastings, we're working within our means, right? We work within our means as a football club, and it has to be tight at times because there's a lot going on, right? But there's a plot and a plan, and we're backing experienced people to deliver that plot and plan. And I think sometimes we naively, oh, look at that. I think we naively look at food. I think we naively look at food and think, "Cool, can I have that?"
That's a naughty little pulled burger, that is. Sorry.
Pulled pork. But I think it can be a bit like we can be a bit naive to the fact of what we're doing. I think sometimes these clubs should come out and tell their supporters what they're even if they've only got 10 supporters, come out and tell them 10 supporters what you're doing and why you're doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, because ultimately sometimes we talk so much in the dark, if we're honest, but we have good relationships with Shoreham, with Martin at Lancing, Fardinians, like we obviously want them to do well as well. We obviously got
only a few clubs we don't really, I'll be honest.
We have we'll go places and people like are nice to us. It's not like we're arseholes, but people like the fact that we have an opinion and we put it out there and we're not scared of it. But I think
you're right.
I think for me is it's all right to go down. 2 teams have to go down. Do you know what I mean? But then if you're an ambitious football club, what's next? And if you're not, and you're just there to tick along, sometimes you've got to look in your mirror and say, should I be continuing this journey? Even in the boardroom. Do you know what I mean?
Fair one.
I think there's a lot of and all the clubs that we've mentioned actually is really goals 2 seconds Lee. Martin's really like ambitious. I think like I think Stu is like he knows his onions. He's been around the block, right? And he knows he's trusting
100%.
Trusting a few different things at the moment, yeah. And whether that's going to work on his favour, like, that's going to be up for debate. But he's
got a plan, though, mate. He's got a plan.
He's been around the block, knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Bardinians where they are as a football club. But then there's others that maybe just are happy to sit there, and the manager might be driving the ambition, and they're not really supporting that ambition, right? Because all they want is their cup of tea and their bit of cake. Then sometimes they're the ones who are doing a bad job, not the manager. They're the ones who got to go. You know what I mean?
That's a very good point, Bill. That is.
Yeah.
You know, Westy said it earlier, didn't he? He's always pushing Pat because he wants more. And he said that's part of his drive, his job as a gaffer. Yeah.
But not just money. It's not money. It's accountability. It's about understanding like where you stand, like having that open debate. Like, you know, in my role now, like obviously I'm the kind of the go-between between the board and the manager, right? So my communication has to be essential to the success of the manager, but also the success of the football club. So I have to wear both hats because I'm backing the manager 100% to do his job and trying to give him as much to do his job. But at the same time, I have to protect my football club at the same, like, do you know what I mean? So I'm always, even when I was a CEO, chairman, whatever, like that's always been my way. And when I was a manager, fair play to Barry, whilst he like Lancing got themselves in hot water, he always was on the other side. Like when I could get hold of him, he always had my back. Do you know what I mean? Always had my back because he knew why I came into the club. Do you know what I mean? But you've got to, whatever stakeholder you are in a football club, you've got to be accountable, and you've also got to keep people in line. And you've got to keep, like, if you're going down a route, everyone's got to be on that journey. And any little fuckers who try and take you off that journey need to get out. Like, there's too many little snides on committees across county football. So many. Do you find that?
Do you find there's a few
loads of snides, mate? Absolute snides, yeah. Who will turn on the manager, who will smile in front of them, will turn on behind their back, try and get them out because they ain't doing what they want them to do, or they ain't playing their favourite little kid from an under-18s team, whatever. It's snidey as shit. And do you know what? It's backward. Like, either get like the committee idea that you have to vote on on a manager getting a job, or vote on like the person picking a manager, a chairman or a director of football, whatever, picking a manager, shouldn't be, in my opinion, should not be having to. They're the people that should be entrusted with their job to do it, because they are the people, yeah, they should not, in my opinion, on the flip side of that, everyone in the room, from the tea lady, the person who serves hot dogs, to the one who does the stickers, or someone who does the 50-50 raffle, or someone who, I don't know, does the accounts, or the person who runs the bar, should not all be voting on a footballing decision. Shouldn't be happening.
Is that how it works then?
A lot of clubs, yeah. And then, like, obviously not the bigger clubs, of course not, but all the clubs that are like privately owned, because you just tell them to go, tell them to do one, wouldn't you? But like, and then having that football person or a director of football sit in a committee meeting and vote on the price of a hot dog. No, the other way round. Do you know what I mean? You don't have that the other way round. So I'm taking my hat's really been frustrating me. So I don't normally wear hats, so I'm losing my hair from it, I think. But like,
well, you see, speaking of losing, you see what happened to that Miller, Gerard Miller last night.
No, yeah, it'd be me. I'm boxing, wouldn't it?
The
old toupee go up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
My toupee would go up there. But you know what I mean? Like, I just feel, I don't know. Like, yeah, I know I've gone off topic here, and it is the list. I just feel, that's my feeling. Like, that's my feeling on it, and I'm like, it grinds my gears. Like, there's people who don't have a fucking clue about football voting on football, or being coerced into voting the way that some snide wants them to vote. Do you know what I mean? It's bollocks. And Sussex football is riddled with it. And there's a lot of clubs that have that. There's a lot of clubs that have that. And there's a disclaimer to a club that we talk about a lot. We mentioned, Stu, we actually mentioned it at the start. It's got no air. We got to send them to Turkey with me. But I am and on that note, this ain't Shoreham led, by the way. There's a lot of clubs that have situations like that with snides around them that are in shit situations, and then pressure the people in good who have all the good endeavour they want to give, because they feel like, I have to do it that way, because if I don't, I'm going to lose those 5 people who help us set up on the day. Or that's bollocks. You're there for football. Separate it. Football decision. Give it to Mr. Chairman, Vice Chairman, and blah 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 blah. All you lot who I don't know, who wash the kit or whatever. Sorry, you don't choose the manager. Like, what do you know? And a lot of people got it 5 million times. So what do you know?
No.
Bollocks. I hate it. And I know I'm ranting a bit here, but ranting,
Yeah.
whatever.
Ranting sounds a bit posh, mate.
Well, I'm not posh, but I'll take it. I had a little rant this afternoon. Right, we're moving on list because right, back on the list. Wasps again goes back to my point. They're stuck in a situation. They got a point, great. Someone told me Beckenham is shit as well. I've watched Beckenham play; they're not very good, but they got a point against 10 men, great. Dan Perry with a late goal. Was it Dan Perry? I think it was.
Yeah, penalty, wasn't it?
I don't know. He scored late anyway. But Dan Perry scores, great.
Yeah.
They got a point.
Yeah.
5 points now. They are dead and buried. Let's not talk about that again. They are gone. And if they don't go, I think I will probably quit football if they stay up. So that there you go. There's a challenge for him. Get rid of me, stay up. Yeah.
Yes. You heard it here first.
But we know Grant's gone and he's still there. Curtis Gale is helping him out. Great. Curtis Gale is already doing all the coaching anyway, from what I understand. So it's a match made in the same situation they were in. But they're tired, aren't they? Because if someone's putting all this money in or sponsoring the stadium and stuff, you can't sack. Can you sack the manager? Is he sackable?
Would that be? I don't think that'd be.
Well, I mean,
what are you going to achieve by that?
Right.
What are you going to achieve by that?
You're telling me they spent a lot more money than the last person that was in there. Yeah. Let's give.
Right, what are you going to achieve by sacking them now?
Or come out and tell the fans what you're doing. What do we hear from East Grinstead publicly? Nothing. So how do we know? All we hear is they're putting money in. Like we don't hear anything, Mike. Yeah, and it's not a knock on anyone putting money. I don't give a shit about that. If that's what someone has to do, They do it.
He's a really good guy as well, Andy.
Exactly.
Really
and I
good
stole
guy.
do it at Lancing, and he did it at Forest Road before that. Like
Yeah.
Upfield, I was helping out with the budget to make sure it was all right. I even offered to pay the budget for the rest of the season when I left. Right. So it's not a case. It's not a case of someone's paying the money. I'm like, that doesn't bother me. But results speak. Yeah, results speak. And the amount of money spent, the superstars that have come in the door, the return in value of points, not money, in points, ain't been good enough. So there's two things you do. One, you change it, because you're changing approach to the football club.
You said about the players. You said about they brought the superstars in. Shouldn't you be looking at the players then, as opposed
100%.
to the gap?
They're all fucked off anyway. And now there's players going back from Forest Road there. So they've left. They fucked them off for the superstars. They went and played for Forest Road. Now the superstars can't go. So I'll come back here. I'm in a room that's more money. Oh, we'll come back. We'll pay you more than you paid you last time because we fucked you off. Yeah. No, you just don't need to see his eyes, right? That's for sure.
6 hours sleep in 3 days. Right.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
They're nearly as bad as mine. But look, I think for me, and I seem like I'm wired up tonight and I'm up for it, but I am up for it. And I want to hear people can fight me all they want on here today. It's great. But,
come on, let's go.
But for me, you either go, right, this ain't working, we're going to do something else. This isn't working. Or you go, it's not working, what we doing? We need to go out with a statement. And this is what I should have done at Lancing, by the way. This is what Lancing should have done and we should have done. Come out with a statement that this is the long-term future, what we're looking to achieve on the football pitch. We're done. We're probably not going to stay out this year, but we're going to have integrity and fight every single point for the rest of the season. And we're going to see how well we can do. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put ourselves in a position that when we go down into county football, and they might end up in the scaffold, by the way, they might not even end up in the combination. Do you know what I mean? They might end up having to go Kent, London and fight some big bad boy.
Fucking baller. That'd be
what happened. So, right, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it, and this is why we're going to do it. And then, do you know what? Me, you, Lee, we don't say nothing on here anymore. No, that's bollocks. Why would you, Charlesy? Don't spend $5,000 a week to go down. You spend £500 a week and give it a fight like the Wesleys are doing. Do you know what I mean?
We've had something come through about this.
Come on.
Oh, bloody hell. Sorry.
The hotline.
Right. Regan Jeffries left Fro to go to East Grinstead. He then left East Grinstead to go back to Fro.
Yeah.
And then this week, he's back to East Grinstead again.
Yep.
No plan at all. It's off the cuff. Anonymous.
I'm saying this. What? Like it's boring me talk about it.
But at the same time, right? Getting rid of the gaffer now would absolutely get rid of Andy now would absolutely plunge the club into chaos.
Financially, put him into chaos. Financially.
Okay, possibly there as well. We don't know how much gets put in.
I think it's half and half, isn't it? From what I'm hearing. Like again, this is rumours, right? But it's half and half.
Yeah.
Look, I know East Grinstead's budget from the previous years. You know, the previous manager, Drew, he was always finding up.
Good guy,
always finding up Bilbao, always. But you know what? He fought it. He fought it like the Westgates are fighting it this year. He's fought it like Jude McDonald fought it. He fighting it like, you know, like our main man over at Broadbridge, Simo is fought in it. He did it like an honourable way. And I couldn't even fathom what the budget I had at Lancing in the situation to get out of it, because it was impossible, because everyone wanted like triple the money because we were in a relegation scrap and they weren't even good enough to get triple the money. But you were stuck with what you could get, and you're only picking up players if they're not good enough, or they've fallen out with the manager, or they're a problem. Really, at that stage, it's really tough to get good players, isn't it? Or players that want to step up to the level, and sometimes that doesn't work either. So yeah,
it's a time for stability, though, Bill. It really is.
Without a doubt, and that is why
if they come out getting rid of Andy now, that would be fucking detrimental to the club.
Then they shouldn't do it.
Yeah, make no sense.
What they should do is come out with a statement saying, "Hi, this is what's happened this season."
But don't that look a bit muggy, mate?
To whom?
To the fans that walk through that gate and pay their 12 quid, 13 quid.
No, honesty
You're basically waving the fucking white flag and going.
No, because I don't think they got to wave the right flag. I think they just got to be honest. Honesty breeds commitment, and it breeds like loyalty, mate. Honesty, yeah. Like if you're in a relationship, you're honest to your missus, and she trusts you and you trust her, it breeds that loyalty, right? Yeah. If you're spending loads of money and you're trying to tell her you're not, you might not be trusted as much with the credit card. Or on the flip side of that, right? The flip side, you're out there flirting with loads of
mojitos are good, mate.
And you're not. You're not giving a reason. You're being silent. I just saw a picture of you with a bird the other night. You're saying nothing. Do you think she's going to trust you? No.
That's on my watch, mate. 24 years, same wife, mate.
I can't say that for myself, right? But what we're going to say, what I'm saying with it is, right, is if they just come out with a stat, I'm not telling them what to write. I'm not a proofreader, but just something that states why they've gone down this route, what they're hoping for the future, and their kind of the commitment to being competitive. I think a lot of people buy into that. And if it means that Andy takes them down and then as a shot of giving them a rocket up to get up, fair play. I don't buy into this. Well, they couldn't, with all that money they spent, they can't, they couldn't get Forest Row up unless it was the playoffs. I don't buy into that because they were very.
I don't agree, Bill.
Exactly. I agree with you. I don't agree. And like when people go, "Oh yeah, but they're only like around the top of the Prem because the money they're spending and the teams that they played." Well, you still got to pay 38 games in the season, right? And it is what it is, yeah. Don't worry, Stu.
What do you go? Christmas doesn't know he owns a club.
Slaners.
Cool. Not after reading this. Right, but that's what I think. Okay, but we'll move on from that because it is getting repetitive and boring every week. We're not going to speak about Inniscrinston now until it's a massive story or they put the record straight. That's it.
What's next on the list, Phil?
Eastbourne United, another big win, 5-0 against Rothie.
Oh, you said they start pulling through.
I did, didn't I? Look at them. 8-3 or whatever it was against Bexhill. Another fine win. Wins on the bounce. Just signed Mason Crease. He played from before. Young lad. Really exciting.
He's proper, that lad.
Exciting player. I'm happy he's gone there. And yeah, I think they'll make the playoffs. And I even said to someone today, I think they'll win the playoffs.
Oh, that's a big shell.
Yeah, no, I do.
Big shell.
Yeah, I think they're going to win the playoffs. I can't give you any reason why I think that because there's some big teams in that playoffs. But I think they're going to win it. I just got this feeling.
Yeah.
I just got this feeling they're going to win it this year. And I'm happy if Giles makes the playoffs with Horsham, which I think he will, and he wins it, I'll be over the moon for him. Right, absolutely over the moon. But something tells me that Eastbourne United are going to win it. I couldn't tell you.
What tells you? Because you obviously a close look. You're over that way. You're than we do. Last year they finished strong.
Yeah, it just seems that they hit
different this year. That makes you wake up with a hard on and think they're going to do that.
The amount of goals they're scoring.
Go on.
Like they've got if you look at like the James Hole's an unbelievable striker for that level of football, right? Mason Crease coming into that side. Tijano Wilson, the winger as well. They've got exciting players in and around it, and I actually really fancy them to keep pushing on. And they're not conceding loads of goals. Something I don't know. It's last push. They've got this facility, their second year of the new facility, or half the first full season in a new facility, at the Oval. That's been
I haven't been there. It's supposed to be really nice.
Brilliant. And like for me, when I walked into there, it was a fucking trash heap. To see what they've done to the place is unbelievable, right? And it's not my doing, but going there and seeing the work that they continued and built, and then went way above what I could have done, is amazing. And whether people think I don't like certain people, which is bollocks, I love going there because I actually think the chairman's doing a good job. I think Andy Story is doing a very good job. I think You know, if the investor, if Tom Parker didn't go there and do what he's done financially, it wouldn't have happened. So he's done a good job. Like good people, like people, they are Marmite. A lot of people don't like them. A lot of people do like them. It is what it is. But they're doing the right. They're doing it on the pitch, and they built a facility that can well do it off the pitch. So fair play to them. Good luck.
I tell you what. There's going to be some big teams in that playoff. Obviously, I think we're going to come to.
Oh, good, yeah, massive teams.
We're going to come to the. We got a little charity bet, haven't we, you and me, Bill?
That's next. That's next on the list.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like that. Yeah, see what he says.
Yeah, Ian.
But big teams. They've all got to get there first at the end of the day. Bill,
Yeah.
that to be fair. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know nothing, mate. I don't know nothing about football, though. Remember, I'm clueless. I'm just this music agent. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we'll see. But yeah, let's talk
You
about.
would love that DJ drama gig I was at, like, mate.
Yeah, I bet. But yeah, quickly,
Go on.
we'll talk about our bet.
Yes.
Bet I didn't want to take. Okay, but I took
hang
it.
on a minute. You got a bit lemon, Bill.
No. I'm not swerving. But I didn't want to take it. But I went with it.
Oi, I gave you the exact same points. 6 points. Now,
right. So yeah, we just dropped points at the weekend. Though. Me and my Sten inside, we went up. We flew over the Guernsey and dropped points.
Now, when we do talk about that, I have had the 2 videos come through.
Really?
From the decisions that went against them, went against Stenning. They're harsh.
Really?
They're harsh. Yeah. One of them, the lad was 3 yards on side when the goal got this. He was, and the worse than that, one of them is hit. You know the goals you have on the 3G that you have to wheel on, yeah. And inside the post there's that little bit in there. Yeah. It happens. It's hit that, gone over the line, and bounced that back out.
Jesus Christ.
We'll go through that, but
Jesus Christ.
That could be
my loss.
No, that could be a key point in Stenning's season. The luck. Sometimes you don't have to be a good team. You have to be a lucky team. You'd rather be a lucky team than a good team sometimes.
Yeah.
But those 2 decisions that went against them yesterday, that's cost them 3 points.
Yep.
100%. No disrespect to Guernsey. Love Guernsey. Gave us wonderful hospitality when me and In Bed by 10 went over there.
Where has he gone and what has he become? Look at his screen.
Wait, that's what he gets.
His mum's curtains.
Mate, I swear, right? He's on fucking dial-up round there. You know those phones he's got? Those one of those ones that you have to pull round.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, is Lee there? Lee, it's your friend on the phone.
It's gone. Right. Anyway, we're going to carry on without Lee because.
Hayward's Heath won at the weekend. My team lost.
Hayward's Heath and machines, mate.
Yeah, they are, and they're going to keep firing on. And I'm backing them to win the.
Oh, see.
He's right. But that's the thing, Charles. I've just got this feeling. I don't know they're going to be there, but I'm backing Hayward's Heath to go and win the Vase as well.
Guess who put their money where the fucking mouth was, lad?
There's no point now. The fucking odds are so tight.
Yeah, man, I got it at 6s, and even then, I thought the odds were. I got it at 6s when Whitstable were at 12s. I only bet with my drunken money. You know what I mean? I said to Kev, if it wins, I'll split it with the boys. Do you know what I mean?
I put it like this, right? If Eastbourne United win their game in hand, they're on 43 points, right? Peacehaven 53. It's a 10-point gap.
Peacehaven are a fucking good side, mate.
Yeah, they are. And so are Horsham doing well. Guernsey doing well. And you don't expect them to drop so many more points for the rest of the season. All of them have only lost 6. Yeah? 6 games. That's all they've all lost, yeah? In the league this year. However,
he's back.
Is he back?
Lee.
I'm back. Sorry, my daughter called, so I had a quick family moment.
Oh, sorry, mate. I thought you were
Oh, yeah, that excuse,
to put
mate.
in the
Yeah,
old
we've all
analog
been
thing.
there.
Take it out, when you're on the phone, put it back in. Beep, beep.
Oh, by the way, talking about just quickly before
No.
we talk about the table, I was just looking at the form guide quickly, and Eastbourne United are Peacehaven the top of the form guide, 6 and 6. Guernsey 5 and 6, one lost one. Hayward Heath 1-4, drawn 2. Yeah. Pagham same. Eastbourne United 1-4, drawn 1, lost 1. Only conceded 8, scored 18 goals. They're the second highest goal scorers behind Guernsey. And then Horsham make up the top 6 at the moment in form. Same 4-1-1, scored 50. Only let 9. So it is going. Like Giles is right. It is going to be tight. But by God, what an exciting little running that could be. But I wanted to talk about the bottom there quickly on form, just before we jump on anything else. Shoreham, Crawley down Gatwick, Midhurst and Eastbourne and Lancing. Well, we all know that none of them win games.
I expected more from Crawley down this year.
Yeah, same. For all of them on 5 losses, all of them only have had one draw in the last 6. Yeah, it's obviously Shoreham and Midhurst was yesterday. So they lost the previous 5. The goals conceded are too high. Just too high. Lancing the worst, obviously. They have 22 goals they've shipped in 6 games. It reminds me of my back end. Do you know what I mean? A little bit horrifyingly. It's scary. But yeah. So yeah. Hayward Heath, pole position at the moment.
Can they fuck it up for a bit, Bill?
No. I don't think they will.
Well, I think there's I think how far they go in the Vars plays
Could
into Stenning, Guernsey, YM, Peacehaven.
Yeah, maybe, but Mike, I think they've got
a lovely big squad.
Big squad that can cope with it. They'll be fine. And also, I think the momentum will take them through anyway. Like at this level of football, we all like having games Saturday, Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? So if it gets a little bit like that, I think they'll be fine. And also, if you win a Saturday and you win on a Tuesday, you've just picked up 6 points. You're buzzing for a Saturday 9. Then it accumulates quicker. I found when we were playing Upfield playing Saturday, Tuesday, we would do better.
You never play Saturday, Tuesday on that.
Not in the winter months. No,
never did you fucking do that.
That's why I left, mate. But when it was like that, I felt that we got momentum and we looked like we were a team that was going to have a go. When we stopped playing and the gaps got bigger between games, that's when we seemed to get worse. Obviously, I don't think they're not going to be playing for 14 days or, like in our case, 2 months. But it was horrible. Oh mate, I genuinely felt like I was a pitch inspector. That's what I've become.
I don't think the mentality, because I've seen the mentality in Hayward Heath. They got winners in that team.
Yeah,
I don't think that they drop many points.
No. And we'll talk about losers later, because I think there's something massive about winners.
No.
Don't like it. And there's a few things I'm going to bring up and I just don't like. But talking about Horsham, we brushed on them earlier. Sussex Cup action on Tuesday night. Are we all
they got a fucking chance, mate. They've got a
yeah.
0,
How much is Lancing picking up?
3 points.
Cam does the social media for Lancing.
Yeah, he's a lovely lad.
He is a nice lad.
Yeah, and Cam's really good guy.
When I talk about good people, when I was there, super supportive of me and my staff. Cam, super supportive, and one of the people that I genuinely enjoyed working with. So I hope he's kept keeping it up down there, because he's a brilliant young lad. I reckon 3 points. I think, and that could be Shoreham's game. One of those will win that game, whether it's Shoreham or Lancing. I think that's 3 points for them that in that month.
I lost my way. What was that question before?
Horsham YM, Sussex Cup.
They got a chance. They got a big chance against Borough.
Right, I'm going to say something. It was controversial, yeah.
Oh yeah, massive.
That's unlike you, Bill.
Oh,
so
from you, controversial.
Go on.
Full time. Don't win games of football either. Horsham, YM. Yep, don't get me wrong, 3 leagues below.
It's a cup set on the cards.
On a grass pitch. Fragile mentalities.
You can't say that. How can you say fragile mentalities?
I'm talking about Borough here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How can you say that? There's a young squad in that league. Yeah, we can't write them off. They're playing at that level for a reason.
Fragile mentalities. I'll say it again.
All right.
Lots of problems off the pitch. Fans not happy.
Okay.
Enjoying their paddle today, though. I may add. I saw that on socials. But manager wasn't there Saturday.
What do you mean the manager weren't there Saturday?
Tommy wasn't there Saturday. No, nothing. I like to put on record that Tommy's had health problems in the past, and I'm not saying that's why he weren't there. Not me for speculate, but he weren't there at the weekend. Okay.
We've got Simon on the other pod next week.
Have fun with that. Lots of PR spin. Fans aren't buying it. I would have called it an upset. But you know what? If Horsham YM win, I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Okay. And that's no pressure on Jarvie. It's a free hit for him. It's a National League South side. But I would not be shocked if they win.
I'll tell you what, I had a message from Keith, the old groundsman at Three Bridges this morning, whilst I was in the Mandalay Bay watching the old Man United.
Did you?
Yeah, and he said he fancies a cup set as well for YM. Shout out Keith. Love Keith.
I was at Three Bridges today, actually.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, I was at the ground today watching a cup game because we got Three Bridges in the County Cup Women's, which we'll see how that goes.
That's true.
You have no right. You have no right. But I'm saying this, Charlesy. I personally wouldn't be. But are we going?
Are we better time to play him, is there?
You're not here. You're not here, are you?
Yeah. I'll
Mike,
no.
You're not here. No, Mike's not
here.
here.
I don't fly back till.
So me and you, Lee, will go down. We won't be in bed by 10 because it was a long drive home afterwards.
Yeah, we'll be there.
He's delayed again, Mike, isn't he?
No.
Dial up. Lee is on dial up.
No, well, it's my internet. I can't help it. I can't help it tonight. The weather.
You can help it, mate.
The
weather. I'm paying $4.99 a fucking month, mate, and pay the proper price. Go and sort it out.
I'm not paying $4.99 a month.
Right.
But yes, I will be there Tuesday night.
Good. We'll be there together. Moving on. Worthing. 3 points in the last 6 games.
Oi.
WTF.
I'm not happy about this, because I was giving it the big one. Big one. Hinch, second coming in. And bearing in mind, I love Aggie. Aggie's a great guy. 6-7 on the bounce, they come in and won. Battered Hornchurch 5-0, who were top of the league. That sent shockwaves through. Little old Pagamar going on under the radar. I'll get to that in a sec. There's a message coming through. But yeah, the wheels seem to have fallen off, mate. I mean, they're shipping goals.
I'll tell you a little fact.
Go on.
Little fact. They were flying, weren't they? And
flying? They were like a fucking rocket, mate.
This might be bias from me. This might be a bit biased.
Yeah.
Hinch goes in with John Meaney. It's a speculation, by the way. There's nothing in this, but I question.
Where's this going, Bill?
John Meaney. I absolutely love John Meaney.
Yeah, I love Meaney.
I love him.
He's a great coach, mate.
He's one of them. I never.
Cheers.
I don't. Me and Lee are on the sponsored Coca-Cola at the moment. We're giving it a go. seeing if we can get a little deal with them at the moment.
Well, at $25 a beer, mate, and 30 on a mojito, mate, I'm going to enjoy it.
So, fuck, it's so expensive over there, isn't it?
Oh, pissed.
I went to Vegas once without my missus knowing. Well, I'll tell you that story another day. Didn't even know I went. Still don't know to this day. But my ex-missus, I may add. That's probably why. But back to Worthing. John Meaney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like getting the crowd up. One of the people
I love that.
I love John Meaney, and working with Gary and Mino and Andrew Brown as a trio. And we're short into my working relationship with Dave and Alex at the moment. Obviously, I worked with Gary for many years. It was my favourite time in football, by the way, by far. I loved it. Like I felt it felt special, and that's why I've got a lot of love for those guys. Right. A coach rejoined on the 16th of January. A young man called Cam. Morrison. Yeah. Before, you know, big part of Hinchley's staff before. Went to York with Hinch, with Gary Elphick as well.
And he stayed up there for a bit and just come back, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's come back, right? Now.
Oh, I see where this is going, Billy.
They ain't won a game. Now, I'm not putting it on Cam, by the way.
Can't do that.
It's not Cam's fault. But has the dynamics changed in the coaching?
I don't know.
I got to say, and this will be going from when Hinch has been in charge before and when he was at York. I don't see him as a manager that can get teams over the line and get them promoted, because he's had many tries. He's had many. No. Right? Has he got, since the spells he had at Worthing and the playoff finals
he was fucking
had?
flying
Did
at
he get
York.
promoted?
He was flying at York.
No.
He was.
No. He was right, but did he get York promoted with a team that he had with Ollie Pearce there?
He was second or first in the league, wasn't he?
No. He still didn't get promoted, though, did he?
He won the Isthmian Prem. He has got a promotion on the CV.
Right. But in the National League South, the spells he's had at Worthing, and he's falling apart now. He's not doing. He's
shit.
He's had this amazing start, but now again, like, no, not at all, not a fucking all.
I just think maybe
not at all. No, not at all. You can see it.
I think with Hinch, right? I think Hinch is good enough to get him up. I do. I actually do think it's good enough.
There's no question about that.
But I do wonder if the dynamics have changed with Cam coming in. Bloody gift gaff. Hinge. We have to get Leon Hinge as well.
With Hinge.
Hinge. We get Hinge.
I do love that. Penn was fighting back then, though. That's nice to see.
It was. Yes, fire in the belly. Fire in the belly.
But I still think you're talking shit. And we can agree to disagree. And also, I don't think...
I want them to go up, though.
Show me.
We want them to go up, though, don't we? We all want... Surely
100%. I've nailed it to the state. You know, I said they're going proper up. I said they're going up direct as well. You know?
Yeah. Cam, I agree. But I think they've been preparing on the pitch for the last few years as well as off the pitch. I think Worthing are a football club that other football clubs within Sussex should look at what they've done, look how they've done things, whether that's financially or not, the way they present themselves and the way they do things with a bit of class, a bit of know-how, a bit of football savvy, rather than fucking bullshit.
I agree, Bill.
Right way, right? And I think it'd be lovely if look, I agree with that as well. I think Dorking will win the league this year. Like Mark White seems to have it. And I was only about 8 weeks ago saying, has he got stale? And he's just gone since I made that comment. He's just gone flying. They're flying. But yeah, I think Worthing are a model that Sussex clubs need to look at. Now, Dorking will win it outright. They genuinely will win it outright. I don't think it will be a playoff thing, but I think they're a model that can't be shied at. The way they've updated the ground, added extra food outlets. Look, it's still tight in there. It's not like it's still.
Eventually they'll have to move, Bill, or extend where the bowling is.
Yeah.
At the back. But what George Dow, Barry, Ralph have all done is, bearing in mind, they're not a full-time team. They're a 4-dayer.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, hybrid. They're hybrid, but they've done a great job. Like, you know, and they're not spunking £100,000 a month. Do you know what I mean? Or needing to fucking play different cards. It's a football club.
Yeah,
that's doing football.
And they got over 4,000 the other day.
Yeah, because they're a football club. The community behind. Not that it's no powder puff. There's no fakeness about it. They don't try and pretend they're something they're not. They're Worthing, right? They are the rebels. They are who they are, and they're doing what they're doing. And I think it's such a blueprint for how I used to look at Worthing all the time when I was running Hastings and think, well, we could do it a bit better than them, or how do we be better than them? I would use them as a little bit of a lamb up for me to go, right, how can we be better than them? I didn't look at Borough because I didn't think they were a problem. And I'll be honest, that was before when they were part-time with no money and in trouble. Now they've got all the money in the world. They're in worse position on the pitch than they were before. And I used to look at Crawley a little bit, and I look at Brighton. But Worthing were one of the clubs I look at and go, right, okay, George and Barry are doing good things down there. Like, how are they doing it? What are they doing? Like, how do we need? Because we need to, we need our development done. But how do we present ourselves in the right way? And I think we did. I think we surpassed most of the clubs at that point, at that time when we were doing it. But they've had the longevity, the consistency, and it's shown, right? They've got a real brand identity. It sticks. It's clear, and you can tell whether Hinch is the man to get them up or not. That's still to debate whether we think it or not. Whether Lee, who should be in bed now, not at 10, or you, Mike, think he should be the one.
I feel like going to bed, mate. I tell you,
you've got to go a bit, that's for sure. But whether he's right or not, what they've got is, however, they've got a brand of football they like to play. They've got a feel and a style. The recruitment seems to be spot on, and that's another thing people forget. Recruitment's massive. Their recruitment has been very good for the last 2-3 years under different managers, may I add, not just one manager. Yeah. So that tells me that the club is strong behind the scenes. The same with Horsham, right? Look at their recruitment, right? Brilliant for a part-time football club. So
Dom's done absolute bits down there, mate.
Proof's in the fucking pudding. You can't bullshitters.
And I always wonder why he didn't get looked at for the Worthing job, Dom. Because it's where he lives, where he's from. It's where we're both from.
Yeah, but he probably didn't want it because he probably is so ingrained in the Horsham situation. Sometimes you are a club, aren't you?
He's the most successful manager, isn't he? Now at Horsham.
He's taken them all the way. Yeah. Do you know where he was before Horsham as manager?
Hastings, wasn't
he? Hastings, yeah. And it was
he was at Hastings with Wezzo and Ian Brown.
Yeah, and it was very unsuccessful.
And they lasted what, 10, 15 games?
Yeah, it was terrible. They had nowhere to train. They were treated badly. In fact, Dane Martin, who's still at the club now, was still there around the club then, and he said he felt absolutely sorry for him because they wanted to do all the right things, but they weren't allowed by the chairman at the time.
And they had to take all their players, and bearing in mind all the players they had, were over the way as well. Yeah. You know, and a lot of that lot was from the Biff Shelleys, the Neil Shelleys, people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. So my thing is this, yeah.
Go on.
Of all those little bits, yes, Worthing are having a wobble, but I believe Hinch will take him out the wobble. I do question if it's a coaching set-up system problem. I might be wrong, but I'm just throwing it out there. Changing, bringing in a quite opinionated and strong piece of the puzzle that was part of Hinch at York and at Worthing before, and Mino wasn't there.
Can't agree with it, Bill.
Could there be a little bit of? Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you can blame 6 substandard games or shipping goals in games, you know, on a coach coming down in there. I unless that coach has so much input.
Yeah, and Hinch, by the way, is the boss. There's no denying that. Hinch
Unquestionable.
Yeah,
unquestionable.
Look,
they're still there or thereabouts. They did this last time as well when they hit when they were with Aggie. They hit the top of the league, didn't they?
Yeah.
Someone made a good comment actually online. I'm not saying a good comment, but a valid comment.
Yeah.
They like to have a target of chasing the team. You know, a bit like a racehorse where you get someone there leading the base, and then they come strong. But when they're out leading the pack, they sort of drop off.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, that's a fair one.
Yeah, 100%. So that, look, I want Worthing to go up. I would love Horsham to sneak into the playoffs as well and go up. Cool. What a moment that would be. Do you know what I mean? What's that? Talking about managers, Midhurst manager. Lee's got a point. Let's got a point. Lee was there yesterday. Personally, don't think they're a bad side. Maybe need a bit of guidance and a few new faces. Lee, what do you think? Midhurst, Lee. It looks like he's in prison.
Mate, it's taking 10 seconds to respond, wouldn't it? Wait, someone send him a pigeon with a messaging.
Mate, it's my internet tonight. It's
we all know, mate. We all know.
Terrible for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. All right, I'm trying to sort it. Don't worry. Right. It's never normally this bad.
Do you reckon they were a good side?
Oh, fuck me.
Midhurst, good side. They have got some good.
You're so behind.
Moment, and I'll give my reply to you both. But you're gonna have to wait because there's a fucking delay.
Yeah, all right, mate. Well, I'm cutting you off in 30 minutes.
Right, let's let him speak.
Thank you very much.
You got to open your mouth and move.
Right. Thank you.
Oh!
Yeah, I know, mate. Yeah, there's a delay. I can't help it. So, Midhurst. Yes, they are a good side. They do have some good players. Do I see them staying up? Yes. With the manager they're going to be bringing in and some of the players that he can bring in with him. But in the end, they should have won that 4-3 yesterday. They had a shot right at the end that rattled the crossbar. And then then the ref blew after that. But I am Aggie tonight. Yeah, it's a new haircut.
Oh, you saw that comment?
But yeah, Midhurst. Yeah, I fucking did see that comment. Thank you very much.
I agree, mate. If the rumours are true, Connor's coming in. Yeah, speculation, but I think it's the worst kept secret.
Yeah,
if it's true, he is a great guy, and he's also proven that. Now, allegedly, if it is him, he left Petersfield because they couldn't meet his ambition.
Ambitious
yeah, which is interesting since he's going to because Petersfield now playing the Wessex League, don't they? Over there, and he was working with Cal, who's at Moneyfield, who's doing bits down there. I mean, they're flying in now. Yes. Yeah, I've got something to mention, by the way.
Go
on. Remind me about the app.
Okay.
Remind me about the app. So if it is him, and if the rumours are true, one of the commenters on today's show passed on, I won't say who it is, but he's a great account, follow him. He heard a rumour that some of the Petersfield players, if true, allegedly, will be waived the 7 days. And, there's some good players there. Midhurst, if that's true, will be fine.
Cool. Well, there you go. There we go. Yeah. Well, there we go. They'll be fine. Let's move on.
Well, what's next, Bill?
Next up on my list. Quickly, I'll touch on Hastings, and we'll do it really quickly tonight because I want to talk about losers. And I know we lost yesterday, but I'm not. It's not together. Right, we were poor yesterday. Let's have a bit of accountability. We were not good enough in any way, shape, or form.
What score? I didn't say it. What score?
5-1. We lost away at Faversham. We went 1-0 up.
Shagging. What happened?
Yeah. Faversham are good. Like I've got to give Faversham credit. They're a fucking good side. They play like a 4-diamond 2, but their diamond, the right and left diamond, are effectively wingers. So they've got Nathan Wood, no relation, on one side, Kieran Campbell on the other. No, Nathan can't be a relation because he's good at football. I don't know nothing about football. So they play on the wings and like they create chaos. Tommy Fagg had a good game for him as well. I don't think we competed like, and the players know how much I love them, and we've had a lot of inconsistency this season of players coming in and like previous manager and whatever. We've used a lot of players this season, and at some point that's got to change, right? But it don't change if you're not consistent on the pitch. It don't change if the players can't give the manager what he deserves. We need to be a bit more fucking.
Was there a few people that let him down yesterday, then, Bill?
Man for man, I don't think any player on the pitch can come off and say they had a good game.
Okay, fair one.
I feel our goalkeeper was stitched up a little bit. I do. I think it's really easy to blame a goalkeeper, but if you're not like if players have got the 2 first goals, one come from a corner which was passed to our D, and then Kieran Campbell took 2 touches, shifted and shot. Effectively, he might as well had a penalty because he got a free shot from there. And another one got down the right hand side, cut back. Player took the time to take a touch and then get his shot off. Again, might as well have had a penalty because no one closed him down quick enough. Not good enough. Dave knows that. Dave's not happy. Dave weren't happy. He
was furious when he holds.
He demands standards, right? He demands it. So this isn't me coating off our manager at all, but I just can't have it. Like a Hastings United side.
You're close to getting drawn in.
Well, you've got to be gritty. We're Hastings United, right? I can't believe after getting them out of this league all those years ago that we're in this situation. But I need to start forgetting the past. I have to, because I have to start forgetting it because it's too easy to be reminiscent, isn't it? Like, and sometimes when you're overly reminiscent, you don't focus on what the now is. Don't get me wrong. Are those still those foundations of being completely ruthless and completely relentless and finding a way to win and being the most dogged, hard to beat team in the league and having that Hastings grit about you? Is that something that we might be lacking at the moment? I think so, right? And I think we can add that, and I think there's lads in that team that can add that. But Hastings is known as a hard place, right? A hard place. Horrible people, me included, yeah. And we out of any teams historically, we in Sussex, you come in Hastings, it should never be an easy day, right? It should be your worst weekend. Up for the fight, do you know what I mean? Just up for it. If we ain't got a football ability on our side, we'll win the fight no matter what. Do you know what I mean, Mike? So
you're 6 points clear though at the moment, mate.
Yeah, but we can't look at it like that. We got Dave's got to continue doing what he's doing because he's picking up some good points. It's still transitional, a lot of the stuff that we're doing. But we I know, Cam, I was part of 11 games of shit, mate. So I know. And as you know, I tried my best with what I had, mate. But
do you feel like you're in a dogfight already?
No. But I'm not. I'm also not.
If you lose at the weekend?
Yeah, and then we are.
Then you are.
Yeah, and by the way, you can't be arrogant enough to not think you are. I just think we've got enough about us to get out, and then look at what we can do next season. But we're not having players drag us in through being fucking weak. It's not happening. Do you know what I mean? And that's me off the back of an unbelievable fight in performance against Whiteleaf. We just didn't have the same this weekend. So the lads need to get that consistency. They're not stupid. Like, they're not stupid. And this is, again, I'm not quoting any individuals off, but to play for Hastings, they all know that we've got to be better. We've got to be better week in, week out, and they're good enough to do it. So
The
there's
fans
like,
pissed off yesterday.
yeah, of course they was. They travelled to Faversham, where we do have great memories, where we won the league at that ground, right? That don't feel good. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to say, no. Faversham, by the way, were the best side I've seen play this season. They were, for me, they're a step-3 side in the making. The way they and fair play to Tommy Warlow. We used to have battles when he was Ashford manager. Hastings and Ashford used to have massive battles. So there's always that. He pretty hates Hastings as much as he hates any other club, right? But so he would have loved that win, and we gift wrapped it for him, and yeah, that can't happen. Can't happen. Right, moving on.
Before Lee goes,
No.
the long-awaited Dugout AI app for Sussex non-league football will be coming out in about 7 to 10 days, just going through processing on the iOS, on the App Store. You're going to get live updates. You can follow up to 8 teams at the same time. Live scores like flash scores, all your podcasts on there, your ground hopper, check in your club directory.
Are we on there?
You're Hastings?
No, we.
Yeah, you're on there.
The old show, yeah, we're on there. Good.
IBB10 shows on there, of course it is. Of course. I wasn't asking, I was telling.
Good.
Yeah, no, it's coming there. Mr. X in the background has drove this. He can't be named for a good reason, but he's been driving this project because
I ain't told his wife.
I've a pretty busy job myself, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be fantastic. It's got everything on it. You can share photos, share updates. It's going to be like an ecosystem in one, you know. Yeah. And I believe, Mr. Wood, you've been approached to test it as well, haven't you? By Mr. X himself.
I've had a good test, and I really like it. I play around with it the weekend. I think the fact that it picks up what it picks up is great. The feed's brilliant on that, and I think it'll be a great tool. Kind of like if anyone uses football web pages, obviously we don't get that for the Sussex League, like Southern combination stuff. So that's why I think this will be really, really valuable, because rather than scrolling through Twitter to find things, you can literally just look up on the app, and it's picking up the algorithms and what have you. It knows, and it will save me probably about 15 minutes of scrolling through games in an instant. So I'm excited by it, and I hope everyone gets behind it, because the work that Mr. X and yourselves have put in, it's a great
and it
project.
ain't cheap, by the way.
No,
it ain't cheap.
Not.
We've done this because we're committed.
Yeah, and if you and it has the ability to roll out to on a bigger scale as well. And excited for you. But we got a problem. If you look at the clock,
we have. So and just quickly, Cam, how will this work? Can't tell you about how our secret sauce works, unfortunately, mate. I'll tell you in private. Lee, you all right, mate?
Yes. Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Anything you want to say, pal? Anything you want to
say? Just want to say thank you to James Westlake coming on tonight. And again, thank you to everyone that's been watching, as we have ended on 1,800 watches again. So, guys, thank you. And
done.
Right, let's crack on, Bill. What's been going on?
Here we go. We're not finishing on 800, Lee, because we ain't giving up. Right.
I love Lee. I'll tell you what. You know, this is what this show's was built on, the gimmick of when me and Lee went out on the sauce to Guernsey, away days, a few days. He'll never come on an away day with me again either.
No, I bet he won't. He couldn't deal with you drinking those 3 bottles of red wine, he told me. And that was the inception of getting to know you.
Yeah, that was when we met in the Marlopins. And yeah, and because he's such a lemon sometimes, he's a serious dude, but we party on different things, yeah. And
he's the kind of the straight guy, like
yeah.
the straight guy for our act, right? And it doesn't work without him. So, but he has got to sort his internet out because I can't deal with these delays, and I might quit. I'm putting it out now. We're not. Yeah, he probably did. But I'm telling you this, right? This is our 15 minutes where I say things. I go out.
Yeah, me too.
And we're going for it. So
come on, let's dive in, because I'll tell you what. I realise
I'm telling you, Mike. I'm just telling you now, and I'm telling this might help out the other podcasts as well that had a falling out with Lee. If I saw that on Twitter and I tried to sort it out and be the peacemaker, but if Lee don't sort his internet out, I'm quitting. All right,
I'm quitting, Bill.
If he don't sort it out, I'm gone. I'm gone, and I'm available to the highest bidder. So you tell Lee to sort it out. Oh, well, yeah, I'll take a penny then. Penny an hour. But look, right, moving on. Right, so I hate this with a passion. Fucking loser. Hate it. Yeah.
Go on.
I've talked about it before, and this is more of an open piece now. I want people to comment on this. I want to hear a bit of feedback, right? Because I don't like it, and yeah, I'm done. And wait, you don't know what project I've got lined up, Aaron. You don't know what project I've got lined up. But put it this way, I'm fucking sick and tired of excuses being made for losing or losers or having a losing mentality. I don't like seeing smiles after a loss. Hate it. If players coming off the pitch and they're laughing or finding something funny and they've just been beat, I want to. I'm talking about men's football here, because if I said I'll punch a woman, you'd probably kick me off the pod anyway. But I don't like it. Like, it's shit. Or music being played in the dressing room after losing. It's shit. And I've lost Mike now, so I'm literally the only one here. Right, comments, please, on the thing. I want to hear what you think of this. But I genuinely hate losing. Hate it as a passion. And I've done a fair bit of losing in my time as well. I feel like I'm hosting my own podcast now. I've got Lee in bed. I've got Mike frozen, but we're going to roll with it. So get the comments in, please, so I don't feel like I'm alone. I actually am alone. So let's roll with it. Right. Who likes losing? I'm going to read them out because I can't put them on the screen because I actually don't know how to. So who likes losing? Who allows anyone to be okay with a losing side? I don't even talk to my missus after a loss. And if I see anyone thinking it's funny or anything, I lose my head. Totally agree. I totally agree with that. I think it's detrimental. It's detrimental to a culture to accept losing. It completely detrimental, because ultimately all you're doing is you are making an excuse for them to lose, right? You're making it acceptable for them to lose. You're finding excuses for them to tell you why they're going to get it to make it better. No. Like, losing's something that you can't tolerate or allow to be in your culture, because if you do lose, it becomes. Sorry, I'm reading the comments at the same time. It just don't feel right. And I've heard of clubs in the past, music being played in dressing rooms after a loss. It can't be. It's not right. Lots of people agreeing with me on here, and I like that. But then I come to the other thing. Oh, Stu's just said, what's brought this on? Nothing, Stu. I just hate it. I hate losing, and I hate hearing people brush off losing or think it's all right and go out and get pissed or go out in their club tracksuit on a night out after getting bopped. It's just not on, right? For me, it's not on. And then it goes to my other thing was, is it a level thing? So do people just pie it off because it's county football? Do they pie? Oh, who's this? Hold on a second.
Power cut at the hotel.
He's had a power cut, right? So you can stay here with me.
Power cut at the hotel. There's the alarm going off. I've got to go, mate. The fucking alarm's going off.
Right, well, we've lost Mike and Lee's not in bed. The gimmick's over. He's not in bed, look.
It's not. Bill, tell him there's a fire alarm. The power cut's light's gone off. It's just rung me.
Can I ask you a question? Quickly, I'm live on air here. How do I know how many people are on here? I need to know what numbers we've got.
There's over 1,900. We got to evacuate. The fucking alarm's going.
Right, you leave. I'm going to finish off my rant about losing, all right? Because we've got people. We've got 1,900 people.
Just tell them it's not my fucking internet. The power's gone. We've got to evacuate.
Look at these idiots with their bad internet. Right. Bye, lads. Right, back to you lot who are watching. So, like, come on, like, you know, I've got Ryan agreeing with me here, Cam agreeing with me here, Stu asking what brought it on. I've got Steph laughing at the two Ronnies who don't even know how to put the internet on. I've got one getting evacuated from his hotel, probably going to get nicked in Vegas. Like, oh, who's this? Hold on a minute. We play Lionel Richie after a win. I've got a feeling, yeah, good. But when you lose, do you play any music, Ryan, or do you literally just somebody slanter out of it? What do you do? Ian Matthews has said thoughts on drawing a game. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're 1-0 up and you concede in the 92nd minute or 89th minute or whatever.
Oi, I'm back, mate. We've got the alarm's going off.
You better get out of there then. You're going to burn down.
Yeah, I don't know why. Right, the hotel's going. Right, I've got a cut.
Right, hold on. We're finishing saying up. You have to come with me.
All right, okay. Do I take my clothes? What do I do?
No, just get out of the room.
I've got to go, right. Mate. I've got to take my wallet, surely.
Mike's only slept for 2 hours.
Hang on, mate. I'm not.
I can't hear an alarm.
Yeah,
Mike,
no,
I can't hear an alarm.
If there is a fire, mate, I want my goods. I've got to take my bag. What about my clothes? I'm taking the CP
right,
stuff.
tell me how many people are watching first and foremost. I need to know quickly before we go.
1,500. I've got to take the good gear, eh, mate?
1,500. We've lost 300 followers.
Yeah, because. Well, hang on. What about my phone? I've got to take everything.
Right, guys. Look, for me,
mate, I don't know what's got. Do I leave my bag? What do I do?
Get your passport.
Shit, my passport. Yeah, I need that. And the other laptop.
Just get it. Run.
Hang on, I've got 3. I'll take these. Oh, mate, this is
what was to leave as well.
Passport. I've got to take the Air Jordans as well.
Yeah, take it quick. Get out of there.
Hang on.
Right, he's done. Right, guys. We're going to leave it on that note because it's been catastrophic. But thank you to the 2,000 people tuning in tonight. It's been.
I had a fire, mate.
Mike is now running out of a hotel in Vegas. I need to go to bed because I've got work in the morning. Lee's already in bed. His mum tucked him in. I hope we haven't been too controversial, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, so that, guys. Cheers if I make it out. I've got the passport, mate.
We've got to stop it now.
I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way, mate. Right.
Kill it. How do we kill the live? I'm on my own here.
Oh, yeah, I've got to kill the live. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Right, hang on. Fucking clear the live. Mate, I'll get the hotel. Right. Oh, my God. Right, end.
Bye.
I can't end the stream. Do I end the stream or do I get out of the hotel? What do I do? End. Oh, mate. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake.
This could be the end of this podcast, you know. This could be it.
I've got to go.
Get it then.
And the Air Jordans. I've got to. Right. I think.